Welcome, students. Let's understand and enjoy the story of the three friends, Jeremy, George, Harris, and their dog, Montmorency. As we read, we will come to know that three friends, Jeremy, the narrator, Harris, and George, decided to sail down the Thames, and to set out on their expedition, they had to get on with the important task of packing stuff for it. The narrator volunteered for the task and he believed that he was especially good at packing. Harris and George agreed with the readiness that had something uncanny about it, meaning the narrator felt something was not quite right. The narrator had, of course, meant he'd supervise and guide his friends while they packed. However, his friends took his advice seriously and, to his great shock, watched him from comfortably lounging positions as he packed. The narrator, though irritated with his friends for sitting about doing nothing when he was working, straightway got busy with packing. The packing took a long time, longer than the narrator had thought it would be, but he finished it at last and he strapped the bag. So both his friends had watched him quietly as he packed. It was only when he was done with packing that Harris asked the narrator if he wasn't going to pack his boots. Now the bag had to be reopened again to pack the boots in. And this irritated the narrator, as he had barely finished packing the boots when he was reminded of his toothbrush. So, unsure about having packed his toothbrush, the narrator emptied the bag and hunted through all its contents to locate the brush. Of course, every item in the bag had to be turned out, but although he found the toothbrushes of George and Harris, he couldn't find his own. He rummaged through the bag till he found it inside a boot. Then the bag was repacked once more. This time the query came from George, who wanted to know whether the soap had been packed. The narrator was so irritated by this time that he did not care a hang whether the soap was in or whether it wasn't, and he slammed and shut the bag and strapped it. That was when he found that he had packed his spectacles too and had to reopen the bag. So eventually it was past 10 when the packing was finally done. So after the expertise displayed by the narrator to pack the bag, George and Harris decided to pack the hampers themselves and showed the narrator the real art of packing. However, they were equally clumsy and broke a cup at the very outset. Then Harris packed the strawberry jam on top of a tomato, and the squashed tomato had to be picked out with a teaspoon. And as the narrator sat on the edge of the table and watched, they trod on the butter and smashed the pies by putting heavy things on them. Meanwhile, salt flew all over while they packed. After peeling the butter off George's slipper, they tried unsuccessfully to squeeze it into the kettle. They finally scraped it out and put it down on the chair. Harris sat on it and the butter stuck to him while both of them went about searching for it all over the room. George spotted it behind Harris's back and it was packed in the teapot. And now comes their dog, Montmorency, in the picture. He got in Montmorency, the dog, got in everyone's way and was sworn at. He came and, sat down on things just when they were being packed, climbed into the jam, scattered the teaspoons and crushed lemons as they as though they were rats. So Harris was so angry that he tried to hit with a frying pan. Finally, by night, about 12:50, the packing was done. So this was followed by a discussion on the wake up time. But George, who was to wake everyone up, was so tired that he slept off even before the time was decided upon. So the narrator and Harris decided that 6:30 in the morning would be the right time to get up, and then they too went off to sleep. So I hope you all enjoyed this story, and you all agree that probably these three men are of your age. So let's try to answer some of the questions. How many characters are there in the narrative? We all know the three boys, that is Jeremy, Harris, George, and their dog Montmorency. Why did the narrator want to do the packing? So he wanted to do the packing to just show off, or just to show off or boast of his skills at packing. So like this, you try to answer all the questions. If you are able to answer all the questions, the remaining questions, you can, it shows that you have understood the story and you remember it well. Now the characters in the story. We have here the protagonist, the narrator. Jeremy, or you can say Jay, is the narrator, and he is extremely proud of his packing skills. He decides to take charge of packing for the holiday, but his real intention was to only supervise his friends while they did the actual packing. So when George and Harris actually agreed to the narrator's suggestion and sat down seeing him work, he grew angry and irritated. Nevertheless, he does the packing wherein he forgets many things. So thus having to unpack and repack many times. Here the narrator goes on to give George and Harris the taste of their own medicine while they begin packing the hampers. And he sits back and simply enjoys all the mess that his friends create. So you will all agree that he was overconfident and also at the same time a little arrogant and forgetful. Of course, he was absolutely clumsy, but at the same time, like a teenage boy, he was full of energy and enthusiasm, and he wanted to boss around his friends George and Harris. But at the same time, like proper friends, he ignored his own mistakes as well as he ignored his friends' mistakes also. Same way, George and Harris, you will also find them to be as clumsy as Jay, also ill-organized, forgetful and casual. So they turn out to be worse packers than the narrator. They are highly disorganized, foolish when it comes to packing. They place heavier things on top of light ones, thus squashing them and making a mess. And they spread salt over everything. They step on butter and sit on it. Instead of helping the narrator while he packs, he simply sits and enjoys his forgetfulness. And then comes their dog Montmorency, very important character in the story. His only ambition, Montmorency's ambition in life, is to get in everyone's way and be sworn at. And the dog made the most use of his day by wriggling his way in places where he was not wanted. He would create nuisance and make people so mad that they started throwing or they would still throw things at him. So just while they were about to pack the hampers, Montmorency came and sat down on things. He also believed that whenever Harris or George reached out their hand for anything, it was his cold damp nose that they wanted. And Montmorency then put his foot in jam, he pretended rather, that lemons were rats and killed 3 before Harris hit him with a frying pan to get him out of the hamper. So definitely he was a little temperamental and meddlesome. So this much, and in the next we will try to understand the other elements of the story. So bye then.